In this video, I'm going to show you how using order flow to confirm your trades will help you so significantly as a trader that you will never stop using these tools ever again. I'm going to show you the step-by-step breakdown of how I took this short today on the S&P 500 futures here at these 96s, finding signs of selling on the tape, taking this down to my next key level at the 67.85s, and I close it here at the 86s on signs of buying. I'm looking purely at the market tape, just like this on the footprint and this on the book map, in order to get a perfect clear view of what is going on behind the candlesticks so that I can avoid getting trapped and stay on the right side of the market. Before I get started in this video, make sure you're following me on Instagram at Bids and Offers. I post a ton of content on here, tips and tricks, how-tos, all order flow content, trade recaps. As you can see, I upload these videos on here and YouTube as well. And you can always DM me, never hesitate to ask a question. I'll answer everybody. There's just a lot of value on here, and if you're not following me, you're definitely missing out. So let's get right into this trade. Here I have a 30-minute chart with session profiles overlaid. The session on the ES futures opens at 6 o'clock p.m. and closes at 5 o'clock p.m. the next day. So it's a 23-hour session with an hour break in between. This profile allows me to see all of the volume that is transacted on a price-by-price basis instead of looking at volume like almost every single retail trader does at the bottom of their screen on a time basis. When you look at volume on a price-by-price basis, it can allow you to see where institutions and big money movers have their risk on. You can see where people are doing business, like this high volume node, where people are not doing business, like this low volume node, and then align yourself with the market auction theory and knowing where the volume is shifting into to stay on the right side of the market. So here was my game plan for this morning. We popped up in the pre-market and just got barely over the 6,800 level. You can see that here on this chart. 6,800 was Friday's very high at 12:30. We popped up right to that price and then rejected majorly. Today in the pre-market, we got very close. Right off the open, we popped up, got to almost the 803s, and then started to reject. Here is what I saw after that happened. So we have 9 o'clock, we pop up, 802s. Just after the open, we pop up again, and I see this big green delta bar form here at 801, 1600 over 838. Remember, a footprint chart shows you all the volume executed on the bid and the ask. In order to find out who is getting paid for the volume that they are transacting in the market, I look at this footprint chart to find out where the volume is going and if there are buyers who are buying and not getting the move up, for example, being absorbed by passive sellers, or sellers who are selling the market down but are not getting the move down that they're looking for, getting absorbed by passive buyers. After I notice this delta form, selling starts to come in and these deltas rapidly get more red, and there's a lot of volume being done to the downside. We pull back down into these 93s and there's a good amount of selling done in here. Look at this amount of volume, 1200, 1000, 700, 1100, compared to the top of this footprint candle where we have 150, 300, 250, 64. There is a lot of volume being done to the downside and not much volume being done to the upside on this move down. Here's what this looks like on the book map. So we got this high a day put in. Look, 802, we reject majorly. This is a positive 300 delta trade right here. So a big buyer lifted the offer, but look at where these buyers are. They're not getting a move up. The market actually sells off after these buyers, and look at all the selling that starts to come in. Very aggressive selling. 500 on the bid, 250, 735, 280. There's a lot of selling. We pop back up, and what I notice here is that we had these two little pops that failed. We pop up at about 955 and we reject that exact area again, and offers reappear right here at the 99s. And as soon as this selling starts to come in more aggressively through here, I hit the market short right here at these 96s, and I put my stop right up here at 800, just above these offers. My thesis on this trade was selling starting to come in after the open, buyers trapped at the high at the 800s, and I want to target a move down towards this consolidation range that got put in around 7 o'clock this morning. Again, on this 30-minute chart, what this looks like is this high was made, we start to sell off, we reject, I get short right in here, and I target this massive negative delta level from yesterday's close. There was a negative 5,000 delta at 67.90 right here. As you can see, this very large red bar. This also lines up with yesterday's VPOC here at the 67.90s, the highest volume traded price of yesterday. So I know that according to mean reversion theory and auction market theory, the market may want to come back and retest this level simply because there has been so much business done at that price. So that was my my first target as the market was moving down. I'm in short as this thing is selling off, and these 90s get smashed right through. You can see that here on the book map. We pop up one last time before smacking right through those 90s and getting all the way down to these 84s. Right in here at these 84s, there was a very large 500 bid that got filled. As you can see here on the book map, the sellers tried to sell underneath that and failed. There was a very large buyer for 500 volume right here who just bought right after the fact, and then the market started popping up. The 85s were where I got long yesterday in the market, taking that all the way up to the 95s, and I know that there may be buyers in there trying to defend themselves from yesterday's session where they got in. So on this first sign of buying, I get out of the market here at these 86s and take my 10 points of profit from the 96s. This was about a 3R trade. I'm very happy with the outcome. It started to drop pretty quick. Yes, the market dropped quite a bit more after the fact, but you can't know that until it happens, and hindsight trades are no good. You have to show up every day with a plan and identify the data in front of you to create a high probability situation that you can then profit off of. My edge in this market is identifying volume anomalies like this up here before they become ultra obvious, and then use statistical reasoning and technical analysis in order to find a high probability target to then go ride price to. I took this trade in the live trading room today. A bunch of other people caught this trade as well. Some people even held it past those 85s and made an absolute bag on it. I risked $150 to make $500 on this trade, and I'm happy with the outcome. If you want to learn how to take trades like this every single day, join the live trading room. It is literally essential to developing a sense of how to read the order flow and look at the market as an auction and understand what truly drives price action. Most traders only look at candlestick charts, and they don't even understand what is going on behind the candlesticks like this, the tape and the order book, this extremely dynamic environment that's constantly changing. We talk about key levels in there. We talk about trade plans. We show you our screens, literally A to Z, how to trade this stuff. Link to join that is in the description of the video. I'm dropping my order flow trading guide very, very soon. That's very valuable. It's currently discounted. The link to join the waitlist for that is in the description of the video. I go through all things order flow, technical analysis, risk management, trade protocols, standard operating procedures, psychology. I go over my exact trade playbook, step by step, how to take the same trades that I do, and how to identify anomalies that you can use in your own trading to develop your own trade plans. That's pretty much all I've got for this video today. Just a one and done. Executions are right here. 96 short. Closed at 86 for about 10.5 points of profit. A little over 3R profit on this trade, meaning that I risked 3 points to make over 10. That's all I've got for today, folks. Thank you so much for watching this video all the way through. Show it to your friends if they trade. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll be pumping out some more content soon related to order flow trading. You guys are going to have a lot of really good content coming soon, so stay tuned, and I hope you have a great day. Peace out.